Few projects are as demanding or as fascinating as the dismantling of a massive tank farm like McGroll's facility in Tossriederen, right by the Rhine. With a total of 25 concrete tanks and 174 steel tanks, together holding up to 42 million liters, the job required careful planning and bold execution. The process started with detailed analysis and project design. Each concrete tank, whether cylindrical or cubic, and each with a 600 cubic meter capacity, was inspected. Then the inner coating and the top concrete layer were milled off and disposed of separately. Even this first step is impressive, seeing layers of industrial history peeled away by heavy machinery. A special method prepared the concrete for proper disposal or reuse, while a 3-stage purification system cleaned all pumped-out water before releasing it safely into the Rhine. Excavating the 174 steel tanks was next, some stretching as long as 40 meters. Temporary road widening allowed massive transporters to remove the tanks. A total of 114 steel tanks were transported off-site for decontamination and recycling, while 60 others were cut up on location and sent for material recovery. Every movement on-site demanded precision. Teams coordinated demolition, environmental safety, and logistics without missing a beat. The entire site, spanning 25,000 square meters, was then restored to nature in partnership with local authorities. Watching excavators, milling machines, and cleanup crews transform a former industrial giant back into a green landscape is both humbling and inspiring. The scale and detail of this operation highlight what's possible with careful planning, teamwork, and the right technology. It's a reminder that even the largest structures can be dismantled responsibly, returning land to its natural state for future generations. Steel pipe manufacturing at Huta Labidi in Poland marks a milestone in industrial development. Located in Gliwice, the factory features a newly constructed production hall stretching 400 meters with an integrated warehouse and specialized infrastructure. The foundation alone used over 10,500 cubic meters of concrete and 1,100 tons of reinforcing steel, a true showcase of scale and investment. Inside, you'll find cutting-edge equipment, including a modern slitting line and automated pipe welding systems. Production starts with hot-rolled steel coils, precisely cut to required widths and seamlessly joined for an uninterrupted process. The steel strip moves through forming rollers and is welded using high-frequency current, producing a flawless seam that is trimmed and rapidly cooled. Every weld undergoes ultrasonic testing, followed by heat treatment to relieve stress, ensuring maximum durability. Technicians keep a close eye on every stage, adjusting parameters in real time for the best results. Pipes are then cut to lengths of 6, 12, or 18 meters, finished, pressure tested, and quality checked. With diameters ranging from 114.3 to 323.9 millimeters and lengths up to 18 meters, this plant sets a new standard for efficiency and scale. Watching these giant pipes emerge from the line is truly remarkable. The heart of modern construction beats in factories like this, where concrete blocks and interlocks are produced on a scale and with a precision that never fails to impress. Watching the COB 1842 full automatic factory in action is like seeing industrial efficiency at its peak. It all starts with raw materials: sand, gravel, cement, and water, each stored in dedicated silos or hoppers. Conveyors feed the precise amounts into a high-capacity mixer, where the ingredients are blended thoroughly until the perfect concrete consistency is reached. Sensors and automation ensure that every batch matches strict quality standards, minimizing waste and variation. The mixed concrete travels by conveyor to the powerful block-forming press. Here, a combination of vibration and compaction molds the wet mix into sharp-edged blocks or interlock shapes. This stage is mesmerizing. Each press cycle takes only seconds, yet the level of accuracy is remarkable. The molds swap automatically, allowing quick changeover between different product types without stopping the line. Freshly molded blocks are transferred by automated finger cars to a curing chamber. Here, heat and humidity are carefully regulated, accelerating the hardening process while protecting the blocks from cracks or warping. The whole transfer happens so smoothly that you barely notice dozens of racks moving at once. Seeing entire racks of blocks glide quietly into the chamber really highlights the scale and order of the operation. After curing, the blocks emerge fully hardened and are checked by quality control staff. Automated handling systems gently move finished products to the stacking area, where robotic arms or stacking devices arrange them into neat bundles, ready for shipping. It's impressive to watch robots and conveyors work seamlessly together, eliminating any chance of bottlenecks. Each block is inspected for shape, density, and surface quality. Any that fall short are quickly removed. Throughout the process, human operators oversee the systems, monitor the control panels, and step in to fine-tune settings or troubleshoot any issues. It's impressive how a combination of technology and skilled labor keeps production flowing smoothly, even at high speeds. Watching the COB 1842 factory in action, you can't help but appreciate the careful balance between brute force and delicate precision. Every step is optimized: feeding, mixing, molding, curing, and stacking, creating thousands of uniform, durable blocks for modern construction projects. It's a perfect example of how industrial automation can deliver quality, consistency, and volume, all at the same time. This is where raw material is transformed into the building blocks of cities. Reinventing the future of sanitary sewers, Perfect Pipe brings together reinforced concrete and a seamless HDPE liner for unmatched durability. The process starts by cutting and welding the liner into a precise cylinder, each seam spark-tested for a perfect seal. After expansion, a steel ring keeps the liner's shape as it's fitted into the casting form. A robust steel cage drops in, and plastic spacers guarantee the liner stays centered. Self-consolidating concrete flows around thousands of liner anchors, locking everything into place. The finished pipe emerges after curing, with its liner and concrete fused as one. Internal couplers provide leak-proof joints, and dual gaskets guarantee watertight integrity, even under 36 psi. Watching these pipes roll out, it's clear this design brings confidence to every installation: high strength, low maintenance, and a new standard for corrosion resistance. Big moves demand serious equipment, and when it comes to relocating a giant like the Hitachi ZX670-3, precision and coordination are everything. Early in the morning at the Zurich construction site, teams gather around the colossal excavator, preparing for its removal from the old railway line. First, workers clear the area and set up ramps for the transport trailer. The MAN TGXXXL 41.680, a powerhouse built for heavy haulage, is positioned with pinpoint accuracy. The low loader trailer is readied, its hydraulics adjusted to align perfectly with the rail bed. Next comes the careful drive. The Hitachi ZX670-3 crawls up the ramps under its own power, with spotters guiding every move. It's impressive to watch a 67-ton machine edge its way onto the trailer without a hitch. Chains and tensioners are secured around the excavator's undercarriage, locking it in place for the journey ahead. With a load balanced and checked, the MAN TGX roars to life. Navigating city streets with such a massive load requires patience, sharp reflexes, and a deep respect for logistics. Pedestrians and onlookers can't help but stare as this convoy rolls by. The entire process is a masterclass in teamwork and planning. Seeing a giant excavator transported through Zurich's urban maze reminds you just how much skill and preparation goes into moving heavy machinery. Each trip isn't just about horsepower, it's about safety, timing, and trust in every link of the operation. Few things match the scale and complexity of building a quay wall at a major seaport. At Safaga, heavy machinery moves with precision as steel sheet piles are vibrated deep into the sandy ground. Cranes lift each segment, positioning them along the planned line, while survey teams check alignments every step of the way. Concrete guide walls are poured to keep everything perfectly in place, forming a rock-solid base for the main structure. Next, the crew installs tie rods and anchoring systems to stabilize the wall against massive tidal forces. Excavators backfill behind the wall, packing each layer tightly to ensure strength and durability. Watching these operations unfold, you can sense the teamwork and technical expertise behind every move. Each step brings the new terminal closer to reality, setting the stage for global trade at Safaga Seaport. You don't see a CAT 7495 electric shovel stripped down every day, but that's exactly what happened at a massive Peruvian mine. Ferreros led a major overhaul, over 4 months and 24,000 hours, with more than 30 engineers and technicians involved. The first step? Disassembly. Giant crawler frames, each 12 meters long and weighing 60 tons, are removed with cranes and carefully inspected. The massive boom, 21 meters in length and 70 tons, follows next, revealing just how colossal these machines are. Repairs take place right on site, with teams working around the clock to rebuild components and replace worn parts. Heavy-duty structures weighing up to 90 tons are handled with extreme care. It's impressive to see this level of coordination. Every move is deliberate and focused on safety, resulting in zero accidents throughout the process. Watching a legendary mining machine brought back to life after years of service, you realize the sheer expertise required in these overhauls. Transforming a backyard into a pool oasis starts with one of the most dramatic steps, excavation. Right after the final site markings, heavy machinery rolls in, and the atmosphere is filled with anticipation. Operators double-check the layout, making sure every measurement aligns with the homeowner's vision. Every detail, from the exact pool footprint to access routes for equipment, gets careful attention before any digging begins. Excavators break ground, carving out the rough shape of the pool with surprising speed. It's impressive to watch the first scoop of earth removed, knowing a new pool is taking shape. Precision is everything here. The crew constantly checks depth and slope, ensuring the pool's contours are perfect for both function and style. Sometimes, unexpected underground obstacles like compacted clay slow things down. You can almost feel the tension as operators maneuver their machines to avoid damaging the site. Every move matters, and teamwork keeps the digging both safe and smooth. The perimeter is shaped and the bottom graded, setting the stage for plumbing and reinforcement. By the end of the day, the pit is fully formed, its walls smooth and foundations solid. The transformation is remarkable. What started as a patch of grass now promises summer memories. Watching a skilled team bring a design to life with such coordination and efficiency makes you appreciate every stage of construction. Soon, the real magic begins as the pool starts to take on its final form. Building a shotcrete pool is a masterclass in speed and teamwork. Crews begin by shaping the excavation, setting up steel rebar cages to define the pool's final form. Next, the real action starts. High-pressure pumps shoot a thick stream of wet concrete, coating every inch of the steel mesh. Workers move fast, smoothing and sculpting the material before it sets. There's no room for hesitation here. Every pass adds strength and structure, turning bare ground into a pool shell that's rock solid. Precision matters. The thickness, curves, and contours are all checked on the spot. It's amazing to watch such a messy process produce such clean results. Once the shell cures, finishing crews step in to waterproof tile and fit out the pool. There's a real sense of achievement in seeing a backyard transformed by shotcrete in just days. landmark infrastructure transforms a nation's future, and few stories are as dynamic as the projects delivered by EDCS. Across Egypt's landscape, their signature works include container terminals, yacht marinas, causeways, bridges, breakwaters, and stations for both high-speed and light rail. Everywhere you look, there's a sense of ambition. Each site demanded its own blend of expertise, machinery, and relentless teamwork. In the port city of Ain Sotna, EDCS constructed a new quay at Basin 2. Preparations began with heavy-duty piling operations, driving massive steel piles deep into the seabed to anchor the structure. Precast concrete blocks, each weighing several tons, were positioned by cranes and set in place with laser-guided precision. Watching the team coordinate lifts and alignments above open water is genuinely impressive. At Marassi on the north coast, work on the yacht marina brought a new level of precision. Excavators dredged the harbor, sheet piling formed the basin, and prefabricated pontoons created safe docking for luxury vessels. The pace was fast, but safety remained the priority at every step. In Port Said and Damietta, massive multi-purpose terminals and breakwaters were assembled using modular caissons and reinforced concrete. The complexity of logistics, delivering materials, scheduling work crews, managing tides and weather, was a challenge only experience could master. Meanwhile, the LRT and HSR projects demanded high bridge construction, embankment stabilization, and modern passenger stations. Engineers used segmental casting for viaducts and flyovers, while advanced formwork systems shaped piers and decks. At intersections, road diversions and temporary supports kept traffic flowing as giant spans took shape above. On the Nile's banks, the Al Masr walkway came to life through pile foundations and riverside retaining walls. Every project combined innovative design with local know-how, adapting international standards to Egypt's climate and terrain. What's most striking is the sheer scale and rhythm of progress. Crews often worked around the clock, pouring concrete at dawn, welding steel under floodlights, and assembling segments late into the night. Each finished site stands as proof of skill, planning, and perseverance. Seeing these landmark achievements rise from drawing board to reality is nothing short of inspiring. It's a reminder that every bridge, pier, or terminal is the product of dedication and human ingenuity, built to serve generations to come. The Nairobi Expressway is transforming fast, with construction running non-stop across the city. Just 9 months in, crews have reached 45% completion. Crews excavate, pour concrete, and assemble steel structures at locations like Mlolongo, Capital Center, and Westlands. Each section is built in phases: foundation, pillars, beams, and decking. Real-time inspections keep quality on track. Every stage brings the expressway closer to completion, transforming Nairobi's infrastructure. A drilled shaft installation site is a scene of intense focus and teamwork. Operators position heavy rigs and drill deep, sometimes over 70 feet, creating wide shafts for highway and bridge supports. Soil and rock are excavated in careful stages, with every depth recorded and checked. To keep the hole open, a special slurry, made of water mixed with minerals or resin, is pumped in, supporting the walls as drilling continues. Next, a reinforced steel cage is lowered into the shaft, positioned precisely to handle enormous structural loads. As concrete is poured, the slurry is displaced, filling the shaft from bottom to top and forming a foundation built to last. On challenging projects, the steel casing may stay in place for extra stability. Watching this process up close, you gain real respect for the accuracy and expertise required to build the invisible supports that hold up our most critical infrastructure.